Okay, welcome back. This is part two of where things went from stressful to unbelievable. So if you didn't watch part one, go back and watch part one and come back to watch part two. So continuing on, we did not want to put the house back on the market. We didn't want to start over. So we agreed to extend closing, but only if the buyers added an additional $10,000 earnest money. They had no problem. They said yes. And so we waited 5 long weeks, again, feeling a sense of relief because everything was in place and closing was in a couple of days. And then I get a phone call that I'll never forget. They were terminating. And their reason, they said that we refused to do foundation work. And this is something that was not ever negotiated. It was not required, and it was not a part of the contract. And so here's the part that still frustrates me. These buyers had already used up every single contingency they had 6 weeks earlier when we were supposed to close originally, and they had everything was fine, and we just were extending closing. So they really had no reason to back out of this contract. We had done everything that was required, that we promised, everything that was in the contract we took care of. We even got a second opinion and make sure we didn't miss anything. We were to make sure that we were fully in the right. But here's what most people don't know. Just because a buyer runs out of contingencies and they terminate the contract, it does not mean that the seller automatically gets that earnest money. So if the buyer refuses to release it, that money just sits at title and no one can touch it. Not them, not us, no one. Unless a judge says it goes to this person. And so yeah, that extra $15,000 is gone. But believe it or not, that wasn't even the biggest hit. The real blow came next, and I'm going to tell you about it in part 3, so stay tuned.